Hello, everyone. I'm Shelly Dressel. I channel the Universal Light Beings, and this is going to be a ULB mini with El Bayon. We are here at the entrance to the Lion's Gate, and I wanted to have him come through and talk about it, just talk about what's going on this year in particular, and what does the Lion's Gate mean in general. So I'm just going to jump right in and see what he has to say. Greetings. It is I, El Bayon. I come to you at this time because this is a very, very pivotal time. Every single month on the 112233, there is a particular portal or there is a particular alignment that is set up through numerology about that alignment with the numbers of each month. So there are certain months where it is even more enhanced than they are other times. The Lion's Gate is one that has been particularly important since probably the late 1990s. And the reason for this is because as a part of the ascension process, as a part of the transition that the entire planet is going through, it not only has to do with abundance, but it has to do with the shift in power through who has the money or who controls the money. And you are in a place right now where that control is not only in the process of being taken down, but it has almost 100% been taken down in the background. There is going to be a couple of different announcements that come up in the next few weeks. So I wanted to jump in here early now at the beginning of the opening of this portal so that each one of you can work with your own energies and you can be there and be present. Okay, so what is the Lion's Gate portal? When you think about 8, the number 8 and the portal, which is at its peak on 8/8, so August 8th, it's frequently been associated with abundance. And abundance, of course, is everything from I have an abundance of family around me. I have an abundance of trees in my backyard. I have an abundance of money. So it's a consciousness, it's a state of being. And one of the things I wanted to speak about now was this state of being so that each one of you will be in the place of being able to receive even more of what's available to you than you might if you weren't paying attention to it. So the other thing that's happening is within the universe, Sirius, Orion belt, and the sun is all lining up to amplify the energies that are coming in. So this gate opened up back on, I believe it was last Saturday or something like that. And we're doing this recording on Tuesday. So it's already been open for a few days. And when you think about this, this is not like a gate that your garden gate that you're pushing open and it swings closed. We're talking about massive energies, massive alignments, and those alignments take time. And so even though that gate is beginning to swing open, it won't be at its peak until closer to August 8th. And then it will again come out of alignment and it will be as if that gate is swinging closed. It's not really a gate. That's just a word to give it that kind of helps you to begin to understand what all of this means. Okay, now then, so where are you? What's going on? What is important about this year? The transition of the monetary system throughout the entire planet has been taking place in the background. And my sense is that something is imminent. There's a sense of abundance, and in particular, financial abundance. I have a sense of this going back to each one of the people. Now then, I've heard about Nasara Jasara, and I know many of you have talked about that. And that's something that actually has multiple different layers that are taking place within it. So there is a certain amount of Nasara or Jasara. Nasara meaning national for the United States, Jasara meaning global for the rest of the planet. But these are both in alignment with one another. And there are certain aspects of it that have already taken place and that are already opening up. What does this all mean? The central bank, as you are very well aware, has been in charge of the currency, and that is what has controlled and manipulated everybody through debt, through lack, through fear, through anxiety. And that is what has been destabilized and taken down step by step by step. This has been going on for at least 5 years, if not more like 8 years, 8 to 9 years. So with everything that is taking place on this, it is being replaced by a new standard of vibration, a new standard of effectiveness that comes to your monetary system. The day will come when you will not have a monetary system because you will use something else. It'll be the energy of each individual. It'll be a consciousness that'll be used in alignment with one another. But because of the way the planet has been for the thousands of years that it's been like this, there will be some form of monetary abundance that's going to move forward for at least another 75 to 100 years. But during that time, you will see many different changes taking place. You needed to go out of that SWIFT system, as they were calling it. And that's something that happened probably about 7 years ago. 2018 is a number that's popping into my mind. Maybe between 2018 and 2020. So when you took that out, what is replacing it? There's something that they call blockchain. There's something that they call quantum financial. There are other words that they're using. There are different types of crypto that they're calling it, or they're calling digital currency. And these are just different ways in which they can monitor the funds that people have. What is the number one difference, or the number one thing that is being removed? The control and the manipulation from others. And that means that you don't have someone from the central bank saying, look at everybody's assets, what do they have and what can I take away? This is about each person having their own, divinity is not the word that I want to use, having their own self, their own, no, value is not the word. It'll probably come to me in a minute. But anyway, this is about each person knowing who they are, being able to reference who they are and show the value of whatever their assets might be. The other thing is so many, we're talking millions and billions of dollars have slipped through different places without people having an accounting for it. And that will no longer take place because the way in which the blockchain or that quantum aspect of it is set up is you can't just lose money. It all is accounted for and they know where it is. Now, you're coming out of a place of control and manipulation. So many of you are sitting here and thinking, oh my gosh, someone's going to be really knowing everything that's going on. For you, the average person, it's no big deal. That what's going to change for you is that if, say, for example, someone is paying you, it doesn't go filter through a system and you get the money 3 or 4 days later. It will come in either instantly or the next day. And no, there will not be extra fees. There will be a weeding out of many of the banking systems, because when this system is in place and when everything is up and running and everything has been funded and everything is working as it should, there will not be as much of a need for banking systems. You are absolutely going to see them for at least the next 5 years. But when I look at it down the road by, say, 15 to 20 years, there's a big change that has taken place and many of them will no longer be here. Don't let that be something that makes you anxious and afraid. Let that be something that helps you to understand that, oh, this is what the new ascended energy is going to look like. This is how I have access to and how I can make choices and work with my own assets that I may have. So I went off a bit on a tangent, but let's come back around. So here we are on this portal that's already swinging open, that's already setting up its alignment. So what each one of you needs to do is really go inside of yourself and ask yourself the questions. Am I in vibrational alignment of a high frequency of abundance? Am I in vibrational alignment where I am open to receive and give, that money goes in both directions from me and it's all about abundance? Am I abundant in my thoughts? Am I loving, compassionate, caring in the ways in which I look at other people? How am I living my life? So this new spirituality, this is key elements that are associated with your spirituality. And the more that each one of you can integrate that into your life, the more you are in a vibrational alignment to receive things coming into you. I still see that there's money that's going to go to everybody, and not everybody's going to be in that same space of spiritual alignment. But what's going to happen is it's going to give everyone a boost. It's going to give everyone a sense of, oh, thank goodness. For those that have really been struggling, it's going to help them, and it's going to help to create some changes for them. So this portal in particular is about not only enhancing that spiritual alignment, but it's about shifting it for the consciousness of the planet. And yes, indeed, every year it's been about the consciousness, but there's always been just a small segment of consciousness throughout the peoples that really had access and understanding to it. Now there are massive amounts of people that have access and awareness of this flow and abundance. So let that be your truth. Let that be your reality. If you're not quite there, if you still have anxiety about things, well, then open up, reach out, and let the flow of the collective consciousness to come in and support you. That's what you are all doing. Each time that you guys vibrate or express or integrate more of this vibration, it's going into the collective consciousness, and it makes it there and available for everybody else. Okay, what else did I want to say about this? At all times, it is essential for you to pay attention to your thoughts. The thoughts that you have create your reality. You've been hearing this for many, many years. But think about it this way. When you were at a lower vibration and there was density to the energy around you, there was density to the consciousness, then you could have various thoughts and you might throw something out there that was, I want to manifest a home. And it was pushing up against something that was really high density. So you had to push harder. You had to ask again and again and again. So now you are in a place where the energies are much more transparent. So you put out to the universe, I want to manifest a house. It slides right through there and it can move. That intention can move to the different people that you need to be with or to work with so that you can manifest your house. So that's the key, is that manifestation happens much more quickly. And therefore, if you go down a negative rabbit hole or something like that, then, and that's pulling you down, then you're telling the universe that this is where I'm focusing. So I want more of this, and you get more of that negativity. And then you recognize, oh my goodness, look what I'm doing. So I'm shifting my gears over here. And then the universe is still hearing, this is what this individual wants. So it's about frequency and consistency. So to be as consistent as possible, that can be your focus. That can be where you are working at this time-space reality. This is a big change that's coming. Ever since the summer or winter solstice in June, these have come in wave upon wave upon wave upon wave. And the frequency of the planet is now being measured at a much higher frequency than what it used to be. All of this are ways of showing you that you are not in the same place you were before. So therefore, look at the things around you through new eyes. Be in the space of the higher light vibration and frequency, and seek to manifest from these planets that are lining up to support you so that you can be that much higher vibrational essence of who you are, that person can be in the flow of abundance in many, many different forms of abundance. And know that this is going to be a powerful time, and you're stepping into it to dance in the energies and really enjoy this time. You are not alone. Everything is happening exactly as it needs to. Don't worry about all the politics going on. Certainly pay attention, certainly create understanding, but don't let yourself get pulled down, because everything is exactly where it needs to be. The hard work has been done. This is about you learning how to live in a new vibration, a new frequency, and to see where this will take you. Beloved, I'm always with you. Ansa Luia.